Got some fast internet right now too, and we live right now, bro. I done got this new internet.
They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. He finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be second down. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. And now the Eagles going to signal for a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
I don't drop my controller.
Six yards left on second down. We're good. Out of the gun, it's Dalton. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
Well, that's absolutely going to fire this defense up. They made it their mission to deny that completion, and they came through with a nice hit and knocked it incomplete.
This defense looking for an early stop. This is third down and 6. Throwing, Dalton. There's Chris Olave. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A first down throw coming for Dalton. And that is incomplete.
Over the dime
Hello.
Defense, 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. This will be Dalton again. They'll find its tight end. It's Adam Troutman. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45. So it was already a gain on the completion, but tack on some more with that penalty.
Absolutely. No matter what angle you're making the tackle from, you can't grab the face mask, and that's just putting your defense on its heels just a little bit more.
A running room for Kamara on first down as he takes his forward. It's a gain of 7 there on first down. 2nd and 3 coming up. A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Again, it's Kamara. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked out before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. So Dalton now.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Picked up by Kaiser White. He's at the 40, the 20, 10. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD.
So just a tremendous play there defensively on this opening drive. Not just to make the interception, but to take it all the way home.
And it felt like this was a defense that was on its heels a bit to start this thing off.
Yeah, they pretty much let the other guys march right down the field until that moment.
Yeah, key play there, turned it all around. Big moment.
Tell you what, they're not messing around. You get the quick touchdown, and then you go for 2 to go up 8-0 here on the road.
In a sense, they hit them with a big shot right away. You don't throw a jab after you throw the haymaker, right? Go ahead and go for 2. They did. They're in control.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick-6, and now the kick is away.
Washington now brings this out. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense.
Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick-6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick-6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
first down carry. It's Kamara. And down inside the 35, he goes to the 32-yard line. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
Play action now. Dalton. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. So he's 3 for 7 throwing the football right now. Not an awful start, but also not the sharpest of starts.
No, I would agree with that. But if you're a confident quarterback and to play that position, you have to be. You just act like there's something wrong with the wind currents or something wrong with the ball. It is not you. Keep throwing. That timing usually develops.
They look to throw on 3rd with Dalton.
He'll get this to his tight end, Troutman.
And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 19. Dalton operating in the red zone now. He rifles one that's intercepted.
It's Nakobe Dean with a pick. And the Eagles are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield.
And when a team advances as far as they did, got over the 50-yard line, don't you think that drive deserved a better ending? I think he needs to get with his coaches on the sidelines, make some immediate adjustments, and that's what you do. You don't wait. You do it from series to series because drives like that end with a turnover, that's multiple times they picked him off already in this opening half.
First play of the drive there is incomplete. Well, that's not the way you want to start. A first pass attempt and a first drop all in one.
Well, you've got plenty of time to make up for it, but obviously not the way you want to get things started. You got to shake that off and get going.
Off the play fake. Here's Hurts.
Rolling to his left. Towards the end zone for Brown.
Oh, my.
It away, and it falls down incomplete.
One thing that offensive guys stress when they throw the deep ball, you're just counting on your receiver to find it just before the defensive back can get his head around. In this case, though, the DB matched it move for move and knocked it away.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
And how about this, a fake? And this is going to
Wow. He didn't even go out.
They're going to lose big yardage as well.
Boy, that's asking a lot of your punt team there, and they were not able to deliver.
It's asking an awful lot of the punt team there because if it's 4th and 4, 4th and 3, you've got a chance, right? That's a manageable distance to try and pick up when you're running a fake, but when that number's actually been in the weight room and it's pumped up like it was, that's difficult to do, all right? So you might even think to yourself, if I left my offense on the field, would they be able to pick that up? You could run a nice play and not get that distance.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Here's Dalton. And he's got the hook up to Landry. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.
That's good for the
Now Dalton with a 1st and 10.
And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete.
A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
On 2nd and 10, Dalton toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yes, let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They give him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. Dalton sets up play action. And that will be incomplete. They That's going to be the final play of this first quarter. One quarter down, 8-0 the score.
Saints nothing.
Fourth down, Dalton wants to throw. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by James Bradbury. And the Eagles are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on fourth down. I appreciate the aggressiveness trying to go for it there on fourth down, but you're in the red zone, had 3 points in your back pocket. Instead, Charles, they throw it away.
Certainly a big call to go for it on fourth down. As you said, in the red zone, definitely going to cost them 3 points, and we'll see how that affects.
Oh, and Hurts is going to be hit and taken down to the ground. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. How about that? The defense's first sack. It doesn't come from one of the usual suspects up front. It comes from the secondary.
Yeah, I think they caught the quarterback off guard a little bit because he wasn't able to account for the possibility of that blitz and change the blocking assignments. He comes through and puts him on the ground.
Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Another try after the first down sack. Hurts.
And his drive is almost over before it began. Thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on first down. Followed by an incompletion. One more good run. And they get off the field.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going deep for Brown. This is intercepted. Picked up by Marshall. So this defense coming up with a takeaway, and maybe that's something that can bring a little life to that sideline.
They've been sleepwalking through this first.
Man, he threw that ball so early.
But you're right. We haven't seen a lot of fire from these guys, really, on either side of the ball. So maybe that's the catalyst that they needed to get them back into this game.
Their D gets the INT. Now what can Dalton do? Looking for the out route. It's completed to Landry. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 16 yards right off the bat for the first down.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
To throw here, Dalton. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
But there's an incompletion, partner, and the struggles through the air continue because so far their lack of passing production has led to a lack of points.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. From the gun, Dalton looks to throw. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the second.
Hey here, dude.
Brandon Graham applied the heat off the edge. Tell you what, he did not have much time there to scan the field before he was ducking and covering.
Did it appear to you, as it did to me, that the defensive front won their play really quickly? Meaning the guys in front of them had almost no chance to block them. They were on him in a hurry.
The offense on 3rd down, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
I know this offense was expecting to do big things, but it certainly hasn't turned out that way, at least not through the first 3 drives. They're definitely going to put their heads together and start concocting some offense that'll move the ball downfield.
Blake Gillikin on the punt now on 4th down. Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. Blake Gillikin on the punt here as he'll send this one away. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, and that could have been trouble.
I know there's no magnet in the ball, but sometimes for the punt returner, after such a scramble, it sort of feels that way, doesn't it? He has it, he loses it, somehow the ball finds its way back to him.
Atone for his sin, and you know he's taking a deep sigh of relief right now. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. It's been an awfully slow start for them. This is their third possession. They don't have a first down yet.
So that means they have to change up what they're doing, and for some teams, it's a change in tempo, usually moving it to more up-tempo type of an offense, just to try and change their fortunes right now.
I know.
What they've been doing so far isn't working. Maybe they'll do that.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Hurts. Open man, that's Devontae Smith. Taking it right down Broadway. 30, 20. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Well, like so many wide receivers, he is a threat with the ball in his hands, and he's able to do his damage here after the catch.
Yeah, and this is no ordinary run after the catch. This is supersized right here. He's able to look it in, turn upfield, and then it's as simple as looking for the area where the defenders aren't. And then he outruns them all the way to the end zone.
And after the catch, CD, we see on the next-gen stats that he carried the ball an even 80 yards. Hurts will throw, and they're going to get it. That one's caught. And now the lead moves to 16-0. I think we're sensing a trend here. 2 first-half touchdowns. After going for 2 after the first score, CD, I thought maybe they would kick the PAT here. No, they get 2 more.
No, they decided to really press the advantage because, remember, getting the 2 after the first score, you've already got the other team back on their heels if they're going to mount a comeback. But to go up 2 scores and 2 two-point conversions, you've really got them thinking on the other sideline.
At their own 25-yard line.
'The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They're down a couple of scores, 16-0, as they start things out with a 1st and 10.
I hope you don't eat, nigga.
They begin on the ground with Kamara. And a short pickup to about the 27. It'll be 2nd down.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defense in front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Eight yards to go on 2nd down. Now Dalton. And he's got his man on the crossing route. That's Landry. And he's got some space here. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Passing, it's Dalton. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Smith. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the Eagles' 45-yard line.
To throw again on 2nd down. Dalton. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he has another 1st down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 32-yard line. They'll run out of the gun with Kamara. And he'll get this down to about the 30, 31-yard line. Fletcher Cox there for the tackle.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
Dalton's throw caught by Olave. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half.
1st and 10 at the 18-yard line.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. They're unable to connect, but a late flag comes in. And the contact may have come too early.
So they saw the contact before the ball arrived. Penalty flag for pass interference.
And trying to avoid pass interference is so difficult. You're trying to slow down these skilled receivers, and somehow, some way, they make plays on the football.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by James Bradbury.
And the Eagles will take over here at their own 12-yard line.
Well, Brand, as they say in popular culture, this one's going to leave a mark because they can see the end zone, but it'll stay out of reach because of their error. All their offensive teammates have to give the quarterback right now, offer a little bit of encouragement because what's done is done. Let's get them next time out.
A little under 30 seconds to go. We'll see how they play it here on 1st and 10. Forced out to his left.
Hurts fumbles it.
And this is picked up by the Saints. And good field position coming up here. The football at the 12-yard line.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
All right, let's see what Dalton can do after the fumble recovery. And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints.
Adam Troutman,
as the first half is winding down.
And the Saints are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half.
The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed. A lot of football, full half to be played.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. We'll see a return here from the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so... Should have opted for the touchback.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room.
The Eagles will take their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1.
Ready up.
13 seconds, the time remaining in the half as they come up on first down.
Hurts.
That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock.
As this old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10.
Hurts. Quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
Tough series for the passing game. Things just aren't clicking. Hoping they can throw on this ball and get the series back on track with a completion for enough yardage for a first down.
They'll throw now on the final play. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. So the Eagles with the lead, and they're going to get this football first as the third quarter gets underway.
From the 6. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
And despite the turnovers, Charles, and they had multiple in that first half, they still have the lead as they begin this third quarter.
And they probably heard some conflicting tones at the half, don't you think? A lot of praise for what they did to get this lead, but also a little bit of scolding because they got to take better care of the football in the second half. But you and I both know the great leaders, they know how to give that little bit of vinegar in there and cover it with a big dose of honey.
Right back to Sanders on first down. And he swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10.
Hurts sets up to throw it.
This is Smith with the ground. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try to put the hammer down and finish this one off.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts.
Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore.
And the Saints are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense.
They start near midfield following the interception as they begin 1st and 10.
And Dalton to throw. He's going to float this one deep right side. And my goodness, another interception. Darius Slay with a pick.
And the Eagles are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line.
I'm starting to wonder, Charles, if 5 interceptions, is that the last that we've seen of him?
Well, I think that a lot of people hope that's the last they've seen of him in this game, probably including himself. If this were baseball, the manager would have been at the mound already and asked for the ball, and he'd be in there getting a shower. But in football, you might have to go stand on the sideline and watch the rest of it and see if your backup can do any better.
They'll throw on first down with Hurts. He delivers another to Goddard, complete. And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
8 yards on the pickup.
It's a second down run with Sanders. And he stopped after a gain of 1, not enough. Still on third down.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. Here's Hurts to throw.
Hard throw, incomplete.
Sometimes the game is pretty simple. Put a few extra defensive backs on the field, give them nowhere to throw the football, force the incompletion, and get off the field on third down.
They'll run for it. Sermon.
And boy, is he close. Did he get there? No, they're going to say he's short of the line to gain. The Eagles unable to convert there on 4th. And the Saints will have the football back. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
And a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what do we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis.
On 2nd and 12, Dalton. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Brandon Graham able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. And now they're looking for 19 yards here on 3rd down following 2 negative plays. Throwing, Dalton. And now here's another interception. Picked off by James Bradbury. And the Eagles are going to take over at their own 28-yard line. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman.
Oh, yeah, that's
then
right.
with the Eagles.
That's right. Then gets it with the Eagles.
And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up 2nd down. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Man, that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You're talking about guys that they weren't playing football, they'd be starting in the NBA.
Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Throwing is Hurts. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
The defender certainly didn't forget about him leaking out of the backfield. There's a guy ready and waiting to pick him up in coverage. And that throw, no shot.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And that is incomplete. Critical play in this football game because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. Kamara up the middle, and they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Out of the gun, it's Dalton.
Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. That sack courtesy of the effort of Hassan Reddick.
Remember, throughout my career here in defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. 3rd and long. What will Dalton dial up? And this is going to be incomplete. Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
Why they don't run it?
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs.
This nigga's sending out a lot of blitz and shit.
Keep away. First down. They can't touch the ball.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Hurts. He finds his tight end, Goddard. That's complete. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43. But first down, Hurts. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And the Saints are right back in this football game. Better D gets the INT. Now what can Dalton do? Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Josh Sweat rushing in and bringing him down to the ground. Gotta imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. And that is intercepted. Or was it? Wait, they'll say no. No interception. He did not keep the feet in bounds, apparently. So that's just going to be an incompletion. The Saints on 3rd down, lacking much success. Just 2 for 7 to this point. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. And this is intercepted. And that should do it. Picked up by James Bradbury. And the Eagles are going to take possession of the football. And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not but in a favorable spot for them. And they took advantage of it there. Got a nice interception and set up their offense in great shape.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. He'll look to throw. And his throw here is incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
A chance of wasting this great starting field position. A real threat. This is 3rd and intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked up by the linebacker, Demario Davis. And the Saints are right back in this football game. 2-score game here in the 4th, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a 2-score lead, you think maybe you're just sitting on it trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 7-yard line.
Here's a 2nd and 7 now from their own 7. Dalton here from the gun. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. And the Eagles are going to take possession of the football. All smiles and high fives on that defensive sideline. That interception will cap off what was truly a tremendous performance.
Yeah, if you can hold a team to 7 points in the NFL, That's the kind of day that you feel really good about. Now, I do know a few guys are going to think to themselves, held him to 7. If he'd been 1-for-1 play, could have had our shutout.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. That one looks like he'll throw here. And this throw incomplete. The defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead into 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. And this one complete to Smith. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the 3rd down.
First down.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Under pressure, and he'll go down back at the 26-yard line. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. Steps away to his left. And he slings one that's incomplete.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make 3rd down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big 3rd down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
Yeah, that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
They're going on 4th down with Hurts. Touchdown! Miles Sanders, 26 yards. And the Eagles have extended their lead to 15 now here in the 4th. Hurts will throw. And his pass incomplete. The 3rd time wasn't a charm. They got the first 2 two-point tries. Still have the lead, but couldn't get the 3rd.
Okay, so they didn't get this one, but I have to ask you, what matchup are they seeing that they feel that confident to go for 2 so often?
Yeah, and we talk about this a lot, but it has to be something, you're right, that they saw all week, correct?
Definitely game plan for it. Felt good about being aggressive and going for it. And right up until that one, they had gotten 2 for 2.
Dalton. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
Now Dalton. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. And the Eagles are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line. Well, field goals probably aren't going to cut it at this point. This was touchdown or bust, and unfortunately for them, it turned out to be bust.
Yeah, they're feeling like they've got to force the issue here. Maybe take some chances they wouldn't have earlier in the game. But give credit to this defense. They've really stood.
Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. It's just their
YouTube saw that. YouTube saw that. YouTube saw that. YouTube saw that too. YouTube saw that. YouTube saw that, yeah.
They'll try and throw for it. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu.
YouTube saw that, yeah.
Heavy run teams tend to throw the ball in these situations. In this case,
I wanna be on YouTube. I wanna be on YouTube. I told you what I do for YouTube.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted rules.
I told him this is what I do for YouTube.
I think that's going to be something they're going to
21. Free Danny. Yes, sir. You know I got Philly. YouTube. Told him this is what I do for YouTube. Yeah. 21. Free Danny. Yes, sir. You know I got Philly.
The guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us?
Told him this is what I do for YouTube.
This that uses motivation for the rest of the time.
Free Danny. Yes, sir. You know I got Philly.
Never be in this type of situation.
YouTube. Told him this is what I do for YouTube.
And that will be incomplete.
21.
As
Free
time
Danny.
has run
Yes, sir. You know I got
out in this
Philly.
football game.
YouTube.
So it's a victory here
Told
for
him
the
this is what I
Philadelphia
do for
Eagles.
YouTube.
It was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah,
Yes,
think
sir. You know I got
about the
Philly.
team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second
Told him this is
quarter.
what I
Do you
do
think
for
they thought
YouTube.
at all that that would be their last points of the game?
21.
What a
Free Danny.
second half, the
Yes, sir. You
adjustment,
know I got
whatever they
Philly.
did in the locker room, it
YouTube.
certainly worked.
It
Told
certainly
him this
did.
is what
You're
I
exactly
do
right.
for
Whether it was an
YouTube.
adjustment, whether it's just more focus on what they
21.
plan to do going
Free
in,
Danny.
whether they just played
Yes, sir. You know I got
better,
Philly.
whatever it was, it all came together in the second
Told him this
half.
is what I do
No
for
points were allowed.
YouTube.
That's a great way to close them out.
21. Free Danny. Yes, sir. You know I got Philly. YouTube. Told him this is what I do for YouTube. 21. Free Danny. Yes, sir. You know I got Philly. YouTube. Told him this is what I do for YouTube. Hey man, on to the next, man. Tell them this is what I do for YouTube. Fuck you mean, nigga. Hey, what you trying to do, man? You trying to get on? You doing all that talking? Hey, what you trying to do, man? You trying to get on? You doing all that talking? Hey, what you trying to do, man? You trying to get on? You doing all that talking?
DJ Mosky, let's get it. We the champions here in Los Angeles. We doing numbers. Bringing home victory straight out the huddle. I'm at the plug, introduced to my brother. My squad superior, ain't none above us. We doing numbers. Gang in the building, we taking it over. Call the promoters. I just put up in this thing with my soldiers. I blew it and I'm still. Last minute, I'ma need me some. Call up Khalifa. Bring the in the. You know I stay with some bad little baby. TGOD, baby, know that's a gang gang. Crazy girls after the game. We throwing hundreds, we going insane. Pouring this. Dead homies got me pouring this. We get awards, but we give God the glory. I'm shooting my shot, and most times I be scoring. Do this for my city, I bring on the trophy. Feel like Freddie Mercury, we the champions. Here in Los Angeles, we doing numbers. Bringing home victory straight out the huddle. I'm at the plug, introduced to my brothers. My squad superior, ain't none above us. We doing numbers. Gang in the building, we taking it over.
Feeling like I can't miss. Baby, it's all in the wrist. You really wanna be the boss, it's expensive. Ain't the real champ if you never defend it. Put in that work, I'ma make them remember. I just broke down hella trees, yelling timber. Stand in the line, they put me in the center. It blow their mind when they see how I'm winning. Went back and doubled up, now you in trouble, my all hustle. My diamonds are huddled up. TGOD got this off the muscle. That's me about my life, man. I love it. I love it. Got so many rings. I need room for another one. Been through the pain. Now it ain't no more struggle. My team went.
On the site that many call the loudest in the NFL, we are inside GEHA Field at Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City. Coming up, we've got a good matchup on tap between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Kansas City Chiefs. Here's the kicker, Harrison Butker, ready to get this one started. And we are underway from Arrowhead. And this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. It'll be Sanders to begin the drive. They showed off the athletic juke. Good little gain there. Not a whole lot of real estate, but a nice carry.
Now that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job. Some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
A good gain on first has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29. Hurts. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Only a gain of a yard, but that's all they needed. They'll set up to throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is a defense that's certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They'll try and run for it with Sanders. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. They'll try and throw for it here. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game. And on the opening drive of the afternoon, the defense forces a turnover on downs. First and 10, it's Edwards-Helaire with it. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. So a 5-yard run the other way in the wrong direction, and that leads us to 2nd and 15. Oh, that's into a sea of body. Oh, they try a lateral on the return, and now the ball's loose. And I think they are going to get this one back. Boy, that would have been something. Double turnovers, but instead they'll keep the possession on the INT. And, partner, I know hindsight's always 20/20, but, man, just in general, those laterals, they can be so risky, and we see the risk that can be involved right there.
And you just have to know, and we've seen it because we've been at a lot of practices. It's not something that's practiced very often. You know, in that situation, you don't see guys really working on it. Maybe like we're bringing the rugby guys in to help us with tackling. Maybe we ask them to help us with the laterals as well and make that a better play.
Hurts sets up to throw it. That would almost intercept it, but it's incomplete. Not a good throw there, and it'll be 2nd down.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Hurts. He'll get this one complete. That's A.J. Brown. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. Throw left side complete. That's Watkins. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. They'll throw on 1st down with Hurts. Fires the quick slant. A.J. Brown's got it. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. They'll run with Sanders. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A 1-yard touchdown run for Miles Sanders. And the Eagles are on the board first here on the road in Kansas City. They'll look to throw. It's caught. And it's 8-0. So they elect to pass there on the 2-point try. Sometimes could prove risky. There it worked out.
Yeah, and I love how you bring up that it can prove risky, because if you get it intercepted and they return it, that's 2 points for the defense, but not on that play.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Now the Georgia Southern man. This is Jerick McKinnon. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. 2nd down, McKinnon. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first. Just a gain of 1 there. One quarter down, 8-0 the score. The Eagles call on the extra defensive back here as they prepare for a stop on 3rd down. Mahomes going to throw. And that will be incomplete.
2 drives won't tell the story of this game, but you absolutely have to like how this defense has played thus far. They have yet to allow this offense to get on track in this one.
Jones throwing on fourth. And it's going to be batted down. It will go the other way with the football. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Eagles are going to take over in great field position. Throwing is Hurts. He's going to drop this down to Sanders. And he's going to be taken down right at the 10-yard line. So not quite a first and goal. It's first and 10 from the 10. Here's Hurts to throw. Touchdown! Jalen Hurts on target to Dallas Goedert. And the Eagles are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. So remember now, this was all set up by the stop defensively on fourth down. That's what got them this great field position. And then 2 plays later, they're already in the end zone.
Yeah, partner, funny how it works like that, huh? That's a momentum swing amusement park style. Your defense comes off the field.
And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Justin Reed.
Well, as most teams do in their 2-point attempt, they pass the ball. Instead, it gets intercepted. And remember, if you pick it off, you get a chance to take it all the way back, get 2 points yourself, right?
Yeah, not the case there, but that's why you got to be really careful with those throws, especially to the outside.
Man, you sorry, boy. You gonna do some interesting shit already?
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. They're still in search of an initial first down as they come up here first and 10. He's got a man complete. And out across midfield down to the 45. So the big play moves them all the way across midfield. It's first and 10 from the 45. Straight ahead they go with McKinnon. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. It was Josh Sweat who got him down on the defensive side.
We got 2 people watching.
Mahomes.
I knew you was going there with that trash ass shit.
And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles 21. Mahomes now to throw. Complete, the tight end Kelsey. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll try with McKinnon, and he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on their early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
Let me see you do the walk. Let me see you do the walk. Step in there and down and on out. I got niggas half on down block. Oh.
On second and goal.
Give me that shit.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by James Bradbury. And the Eagles are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
With some love, I don't know, I don't make nigga, yeah. Play with Papa's head.
On first down, Hurts. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Brown. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another first and 10. From the gun, it's Hurts. That is caught. It's the tight end Goddard. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They'll look to throw here. Over the middle, complete. That's Watkins. They'll look to throw again. And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. Miles Sanders, he scored on the ground and through the air. And the Eagles take a 3-touchdown lead. Well, I don't think that we're ready yet to say the route is on, but they have certainly looked near flawless here in this first half, and now an extra point away from making it 21-0.
Boy, you two see that, boy.
Your experience led you to say that because
you two see all that, boy. You talking about your internet. Y'all see me. Y'all see it.
If God for me, who could be against me? I guess all of that's against me. They the ones stirring up the conflict. They try to make it out like I'm conflicted. East Coast and 6'4s hitting switch. It's not a conflict of interest.
Cut it with the business. West Coast rocking them Timberlands, deep up in them trenches. It's no difference. Neither one play games when swinging for them fences. We want the finer things.